and then it works.
I can't lie. Somehow us winging things is really how it just ends up working out for us in the long
and
run.
There's been a lot of situations. We've traveled a lot. We've
Yeah.
pitched our book a million times.
Yeah. And it just gets less scary every time.
Yeah.
After, it's always something funny ends up happening, and then we just kind of come out and we're like, so do you want to hear what stupid thing I did just now?
Embracing the uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So with your company, where do you see it headed in the next 5 years?
Ooh, that's exciting. So many places.
Yes. We definitely like the idea of expanding upon like the book coaching is what we plan on doing. We are currently starting workshops. We're doing one next month. So to expand on that and do more of those.
We're growing our internal team. We have 2 new team members that we've taken on, and it's really just how much more fun and innovative ways that we can help people, because it's been so much fun up to this point that it's just kind of, we like coming up with an idea and running with it and being like, a lot of it's from our own writing. We'll be writing and we'll realize that we're facing an issue, and then we go, oh my gosh, we can create X, Y, and Z to help other people who are facing this issue. So really, we just hope it continues to flourish, especially with the book coaching. And then with me, I do a lot of book publicity. I would really like to incorporate that into my business, especially since lately we've had a lot of partnerships with a lot of small presses that maybe in the future that's something that will further get expanded. But the writing side is speaking right now.
Yes.
Well, that's great. So in everything that you've done so far, for each of you, what would you say has been the best advice you've ever received?
You only fail when you give up trying.
Yep. Honestly, it's probably kind of a combination of things. Number one, always keep pen and paper on you, no matter where you go, because you never know what can actually spark at any moment. And number two is just always know your voice and let your voice shine. Because the more you let your voice shine, the more authentic it is, and people actually relate to that. They feel that. And that's what drives me, even as a reader. I love when I can feel what somebody else is actually speaking about.
Yeah. So, Rachel, that brings up an interesting point. How does somebody find their authentic voice?
I like that.
Yeah, that is a good one. I guess it really depends on what feels right to everyone. That's how I would say that. Me personally, I love series, but more than just loving series, I love when I can read a book or watch a movie or whatever it is that somebody has created, and I can walk away feeling not only a strong emotion. If I can walk away for the next 2 weeks and I can't stop thinking about it, you're awesome in my mind, because you've done something. You've hit whatever chord it is, whether I'm sad or even if I'm angry, because you've still really invoked something. And the other side to me is I personally love anything that kind of teaches an underlying lesson. It doesn't have to be like an in your face, but you kind of walk away and you're like, oh my goodness, like that's such a powerful thing, because this happened and that happened, and look at how the outcome changed, and look at how they changed as a character, and look at what helped them grow. And that's something I really value. So I carried that even with my own writing. Somebody once said, what is it that you like about the things you've read or watched? Think about that. And then I did. And then I thought about my own life and, things you've gone through. And I'm like, I may not want to write nonfiction right now, but it doesn't mean you can't bring certain things to light through fiction at the same time, depending on how that works for other people. And always writing what you feel, even if it scares you, just writing it down, even if it terrifies you. If it terrifies you, that probably means it's fantastic and it's going to really do well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. So, Jenna and Rachel, I really appreciate the fact that you took the time to chat with me today. This is great. If the listeners would like to read more of your writing or get in contact with you, what is the best way they can do to do that?
They should visit our website at www.writelyme.com, and they can also email us at hello@writelyme.com as well. We will answer emails at any time.
Perfect. Are you also on like Instagram or Twitter and that kind of stuff?
Follow us on Twitter at Writely_me.
Perfect. And could you just spell out Writely?
Yeah, it's Writely.
Great.
It was a play on words.
Just want to make sure. I will put links to the show notes so the listeners who end up watching or actually looking at the iTunes links or website can click right through. But just want to make sure that if someone's listening right now, like on the train, they can just go right to you and find you.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, it was my pleasure. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Advance Your Art podcast. If you like this episode, please go into iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button so that every single time I release a new episode, it will go directly to you without even thinking about it. If you're interested in hearing older episodes, please go to advanceyourart.com where you can find the catalog of everything I've done so far, as well as contact information and projects I'm working on. Thank you again, and have a great day.